and we are talking about if social media were to disappear, would your business sink or swim? Really, really, really thought-provoking, awesome topic that had me, I don't want to say had me thinking. Hey Lily, thanks for joining. I'm doing well. How are you? Not that I want to say it had me thinking, but it just kind of made me reaffirm that yes, I need to be doing certain things in 2017. So if you are catching me for the very first time, my name is Odetta King with OdettaKing.com. Hey, I work with 9-to-5ers. These are people who have no idea if they want to start a business or be an entrepreneur, but they have a 9-to-5 and they know they got skills and they want to do things on the side to supplement their income. So I work with 9-to-5ers to help them use their existing skills and monetize it. I'm also known as a swap queen, yes, with ilovetoswap.com. And again, my brand is all about stacking coins. So with the Swap Live, what I do is help people understand how you don't always have to go shopping. Like if you have things in your closet, you can totally repurpose it by swapping with other people, right? So that's the swapping side of my business. So I'm gonna just give you guys some background how I got started and why, if social media were supposed to disappear today, yes, it will impact me in a way because I've gotten so used to doing things the easy way, but that just means that I'm gonna have to step it up a notch and grind and go hard, right? Because let's face it, social media has made it super easy for all of us. Like, this is why in one of my scopes that I did a couple of weeks ago, I said social media has pretty much given us the blueprint and an easy access to get into business. Like just do stuff because it's super easy with social media. So if it were supposed to disappear, my business will still thrive. It just means that I'm going to have to work harder. It just means that I'm going to have to go back to the old school way of doing things, grinding and hustling and using non-traditional methods that we're no longer using today or using as much. So how I got started into my business, and this is why I'm going to say why I would thrive, because one, my consulting practice, teaching people to monetize their skills and use their skills, when I started doing this, like I didn't even know it's called coaching. Like to me, it was teaching. Exactly what I'm doing in my day job, that's what I was doing on the side, and I promoted it. I sold my services. I got people to fill my classes. I taught at colleges and universities right here in New York without using social media. My other business, Swap Live, or ilovetoswap.com, that has nothing to do with social media. This goes back like 10, 12, 14, 15 years ago, whereby I got into swapping because me being a pure socialite, loving to go out and not wanting to repeat myself without even having a stigma of re-wearing or repeating your outfit and posting it on social media, because back then it wasn't a big deal. So I got started with swapping and launching that business without no social media, and just out of pure seeing people going to parties, going to events, wearing an outfit for 1 time, 2 time, 3 times, and then it sits in your closet. So this is why I know without a shadow of a doubt, if social media were to disappear today, I will still be okay. It just means that I'm going to have to grind harder, but I will still be okay because both of my business were founded on me grinding, hustling, hitting the pave, and not having anything to do with social media. Of course, social media, fast forward today, makes it easier, right? Super easier for me. But if it were to disappear, I'll still be okay. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips on things that we all can do or start thinking of, and this is a good topic because even if social media weren't to disappear, some of these things that we are not doing because we've gotten so used and easy to working with social media that we're probably dropping opportunities to make money with these other unconventional, with these other ways. So one of the things that you can do is I'm by nature, I'm a salesperson. Like I came from a sales background. I was in corporate America for over 20 years, selling multi-million-dollar properties, multi-billion-dollar hotels, closing contracts with Fortune 500 companies. So by heart, by nature, I'm just a salesperson, period. My family are salespeople. We're entrepreneurs without even knowing that's what I was, right? So I'm used to selling. I'm really good with selling. So one thing that I know can help you and myself if social media were to disappear is just sales prospecting, like hitting the pave, prospecting, cold calling, picking up the phone and just calling people, right? Prospecting. So social media doesn't really allow us to do much prospecting now. We're just posting and people are, commenting and engaging with the content. But for me, going back to hardcore prospecting, like literally picking up the yellow book, going through Google search, and finding places or things that you would have to prospect. So making those numbers, prospecting, calling on people, and this would allow you to do what? Build your email list. The next thing I would do is do more of networking, attending different functions, going different places, because right now, let's face it, we've gotten so used to working with social media that a lot of us are not going out as much as we should. We say we will, we say we're going to do one event a week or one event a month, but how often do we really get out? Because social media has made it so super simple for us and a greater reach, so we don't go out as much. So another thing that we can do, number 2, is network more. Make it your business, like really be intentional about going out and networking and meeting the right people, rubbing shoulders, connecting, because at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. And if people don't know you, they can buy from you. And also if they do know you, they gotta like you. So building those relationships are gonna be key. Going out there and networking, rubbing shoulders, finding out who's who, connecting with who and who is really, really going to be something that I know if social media were supposed to disappear or going to disappear, I would definitely be doing more of, whereby right now I'm not. And the last one is going to be joining associations. Listen, everything has an association for it. I don't care what it is. There's going to be some association or some group or some hole in the wall kind of there's going to be something that has their people, right? Or their group or their association. So for me, that would be finding those associations, like actively seeking them out so that I can join those associations, become members, become an active member, or just really participate and get engaged with them so that this way my business could have more exposure. And by doing all of this, this is going to really build your email list, because a lot of us now, we don't even do business cards anymore. Hey, thanks for joining. We don't even do business cards anymore. And when we do, we kind of like just toss it to the side. I know me personally, I do. I'm like, okay, just give me your Instagram name, give me your social media, Facebook name and all that kind of stuff. And that's how I kind of connect with people. And right away, like I would type their email address or contact info in my phone. So by doing all of this, actively going out and prospecting, actively doing cold call, like picking up the phone every day and calling 10, 20, 30 people. The more people you call, the better your chances. Also networking. Networking in, with pretty much any and everybody, because at this point, you don't even know who's got the keys. You don't even know who's really connected to who. But of course, you want to be really strategic with the network events that you do go to. But sometimes you go to places and you don't expect anything and you meet someone. So just putting myself out there more and networking would be a great thing. And then lastly, I said join associations. So how are we doing on time, guys? Hey, six steps to figures. How are you, George? Thanks for joining. George is the man. He's got all the money over there tied up in those real estate deals. He's just buying and flipping and going and going. Awesome. Okay, so again, if you're catching me for the very first time, my name is Odetta King. I work with 9-to-5ers. These are people not necessarily looking to get into a job, looking to get into entrepreneurship. They just know that they've got skills and they need more money. So what do? I teach you how to take your existing skills. So tonight we're talking about if social media were to disappear, like what would this mean for you? Hey, Elsa Brunk, thanks for joining. What would this mean for you? A lot of us, we are so heavily dependent on social media that it may hurt us. But I'm saying for me, for my businesses, it will not, because by nature, I am a salesperson. By nature, I am a people person. So this just means that I would have to pull it out and do more of it, you know, like reach in my back pocket, because I've gotten really comfortable of just doing social media for 90% of what I do. But this just means that I would have to beef it up and get back on my sales prospecting game. This means I'm going to have to beef it up and go out to more networking events, maybe 3 networking events a week, as opposed to right now, none. Hey, Terrell Ebony, what's up? That's my other GT girl. And then the last one would be joining associations. Listen, there's a lot of great associations, but how many of us are actually paying or being part of them or even attending them? So again, if social media were supposed to disappear, listen, your girl's gonna be okay and you guys are gonna be okay too. We just need to do things different, because now we gotta hustle. It just means that we gotta hustle, we gotta grind, we gotta get in the trench, we gotta meet those people, shake hands, kiss babies, because it's all about human connection and it's all about people person, and who you know will open the door for other opportunities. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. Social media is great. We love it. It made it super easy for all of us. But if it were supposed to disappear, we got to hustle same way. These coins got to get stacked. So it just means we're going to have to find another way. Jump over the wall, jump under the wall, or whatever. And next we have my brother T, who is up next. So let's go follow T Speak Live. He's always bringing it and killing it. Bye guys, we'll see you on the other scope.